There we go. Up on.
I'm not on. Nope. Give me like 5 minutes. I'm taking my
Okay.
bit real quick.
No.
Actually,
No,
while
you're not
doing
Weston.
that, while he's doing that, I want to go ahead and preface before we start this episode that due to me not wanting to have a repetitive nature with some of my character voices and adding some variety to the series, this is my new Iris voice going forward. They're going to be sounding like
Weston,
this.
no,
No.
You're not doing that, Weston. You can do that.
I think,
like,
I think with some time, you all
Shadow's coming back!
no. You aren't doing that for Iris's voice.
I deemed it true!
I think with time, you'll all come to understand and respect this voice and understand that it is a better fit for the character.
No, shut up, Weston.
Oh yeah, I forgot we left off here.
Yeah. Summation Examination. It's only 2 bullets were found. See, I would say the whole case is done and dusted. You don't need a stereoscope to see the truth here. Every which way you look at it, it was the pickpocket. I never imagined that one simple... What is it? What was the operation? Would you please stop wondering about things that have nothing to do with this trial, sir? Sir! Sir! The defendant's life is on the line here.
Well, the thing is, I forgot. Oh wait, I remember now. I couldn't really say that it is nothing due to nothing with this trial with nothing. To be honest, it's nothing.
What? What?
It's nothing.
Have you heard it?
I mean, I heard what?
You heard him. Like, you heard him say it was nothing.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, there's no question that the man was shot, but the bullet had simply vanished from his stomach.
Wait, what?
It's easy! I can answer what happened! He ate
It's
the
quite-
bullet and digested it! Easy!
That makes sense. Arrest the child.
Don't you dare.
Bitch, what?
Good. I almost thought Rianosuke was gonna be the face. I almost don't want to ask if the surgery you've been muttering about all this time you were operating on.
What was the fellow's name now? Garlic? No, wait. No, that's not right. Gurglock.
Gerlock Blomies by any chance?
No, Gurglock.
Oh, was it her
He had
lock?
a Glock and went pew pew.
Oh.
Oh, wait, now that you mentioned it, it might have been Gurlock. It was the Glock fellow.
What? You're the surgeon that operated on Mr. Blomies.
That's right. Using the very latest anesthesia and aka punching him in the face. I might add, it was a fairly major op, I can tell you. I had to get a bodybuilder.
This is crazy.
You're telling me.
Wait, the bullet
Operating
wasn't
with a
found in-
bodybuilder in the room. Let me see. The fellow was brought in not long after midnight, if I remember correctly.
Oh wait, yeah, that would make sense if it wasn't found in him, because it went to the calendar, so...
Yeah. He said he'd been shot by some criminal or other, so I opened it up like a shot. But the funny thing is, I went over his insides with a fine-tooth comb. It was a nice comb. I missed that comb. And I couldn't find the bullet anywhere.
You searched his
So I
body
deemed
with
that
a
it was in his
comb?
stomach. He ate the bullet. So I'm afraid I had to throw up.
You threw up on Mr.
And by
Schultz.
that I mean throw up my hands and just stitch the fella
And
back.
I threw hands at him.
No, that was the bodybuilder.
I hate to state the obvious, but surely that's because the bullet is still at the scene of the shooting. You dummy. You old
I
man.
haven't said anything in a while. The counsel for the defense is correct. I said something now.
Yay.
I don't want to talk anymore.
The bullet that the Warrior Brothers fired at Mr. Schultz hit him in the stomach region, then exited his body and lodged into the shop wall where the calendar was hanging by the door. I think you'll find it's really quite simple if you just consider the problem three-dimensionally. Are you okay?
I'm fucking dying.
Makes sense.
Who do you think I am, Sonny?
Well, genre number 4 is about the best I can do.
As soon as I saw the wound to the man's stomach, I flipped him over. I checked his buttocks.
Like a pancake? Are you trying to say you checked his back? You checked him out?
I checked his buttocks. I just said that. I suppose I also checked the back, and there wasn't a trace of injury, no sign of the bullet that had left the body at all.
What?
That's the point! The only logical conclusion was that the bullet was still somewhere in the man's innards! Or should I say innards?
We need a metal detector now!
No, not Von Karma!
Which is exactly why I set about lighting him up. And I'm still none the wiser even now. How many times do I have to say it? Can somebody please explain how it happened? Please! Can somebody please? What are we doing here again?
It's almost as much of a mystery how this jury was put together. The mystery of where that bullet ended up is infuriating. Where's an I wonder. I am ballistics expert. I have seen many shootings. There is nothing I do not know about guns.
So we put them against each other.
These two statements clearly contradict the idea that all I do is pit jurors against each other.
Oh, a ballistic expert!
On the night in question, Mr. Sholmes was shot by one of the Warrior Brothers. But since there was no sign of an exit wound on his back, we must assume the bullet didn't pass through him. However, no bullet was found lodged in Mr. Sholmes' body either. Furthermore, a bullet was found lodged in the wall of the shop where Mr. Sholmes was shot. Juror number 6.
Hello, my name is Violin. Pleased to meet you.
Wait a minute.
Wait, does her line?
Villain.
Yeah. Villain Bolshevik, that's his name. Villain Bolshevik.
Bruh.
This apparent contradiction in the facts that is so clearly troubling juror number 4. Are you able to explain the mystery?
I have seen very similar situations in the motherland. It was night. There was a blizzard. I was running along mountain road and freezing cold.
Oh! Words!
The snow was piling high on both sides of the road. It was a very narrow and dangerous. My pursuers had hunting rifles, and they were on dog sleds, and they were going to kill and eat the dogs.
Mental note, don't ask too many questions.
was shot from behind and I fell down in the snow. I cried for hours. I was so sad and alone. I had no friends. I was all alone in the snow
Shut up.
crying. And just, okay, fuck you, I guess.
Yeah,
I could
exactly.
not find bullet in my body. And no sign of, how do you say, exit wound.
Then where did the bullet go? Ooh.
Bullet never hit me.
Well, if it never hit you, why did you fall down? Fucking idiot!
Bullet hit frozen wall of ice very close to my side.
Did Herlock get crushed by a block of ice that we somehow didn't notice while we were there? The warrior birds just shot a block of ice that we somehow didn't notice, and it fell on Herlock that we also didn't notice.
Elsa is right beside you!
What?
One small piece, very sharp, broke away from a lump of ice and pierced my body, and it was all so sad and painful. I fell in the snow and started crying, and I was alone in the snow.
We heard. Stop being ooh.
It made deep wound that looks just like bullet wound, and it was so sad.
No ooh boy.
Good gracious me! Oh my!
Of course, piece of ice quickly melted inside of me.
Hey, oh!
Just because I said something was inside me doesn't mean it's related to something sexual. Get your mind out of the gutter. That really shows what kind of a person you are. And that's a solution to mystery of disappearing bullet.
But that doesn't answer the question at all! Unless there's ice in there. The shooting happened in a pawnbroker's shop. They must have been selling ice. Not some snowy mountain road in another country.
Just an idea, but we might not be looking at exactly the same scenario here.
No! Where exactly was Hurley shot killed again?
Well, according to the report, he's not dead. In his stomach! Sort of around this area, I think.
Well, that's precisely where he always wears a little pouch on his belt.
A pouch? Actually, I might have noticed something like that.
Yes, a pouch. Containing pure lead. When he was shot there, the lead entered his system.
What?
Either that or it hit the glass files of very dangerous chemicals, such as lead.
He uses lead in investigations?
Yeah, lead should be used in everything, like paint
What?
and
Really?
pills. It definitely won't cause problems in the future if we use lead paint.
Doctor, where's the pouch Mr. Schultz was wearing?
The fellow had nothing like that on his person when he arrived at the hospital. As far as I remember, probably because they took away the dangerous chemicals. If I may.
Lord Von Zieks?
Well, I realize it's forbidden for the prosecution to interject during a summation examination. I should inform the defense that I have the pouch in question in the antechamber outside the courtroom.
Sorry?
As I understand it, when the police arrived on the scene and found Mr. Gerlach Bloomies injured, they removed the pouch in order to assess the wound.
Ah, thank goodness. I thought I was getting forgetful for a moment.
I mean, it is a thing with age.
What's the thing with age?
That's
a good question!
Since then, it has been in my safekeeping along with all other evidence relating to the case. In other words, I really didn't let the police do their jobs. Whoopsie daisy.
They do that a lot in Ace Attorney somehow. Like,
It's called
Yeah.
breaking the law.
with Edgeworth's updated autopsy report.
It's called breaking
Yeah.
the law, because ordinarily in the real court of law, you would present all evidence at once.
Yeah.
Yep. I mean, no, I don't know what you're talking about. I am a law-abiding citizen.
Did you say this, by the way?
Anyways, I can personally vouch for the fact that it has not been touched since the incident occurred.
Oh! Hammer!
Who's saying this?
Probably
The
judge.
ghost in the courtroom.
I don't know, there's a ghost?
I see. Is that a fucking bomb?
No, those are 3 vials of chemicals.
It looks like a bomb.
It's its pouch!
Oh,
You see it? You guys...
Speptin, she's Speptin.
Shut up.
So this is the pouch worn by Mr. Sholmes on the night of the question, is it?
Look at that! Well, if the vials is broken, then the lever around it is scorched black. It's almost as if the vial exploded.
Exploded?
So that night, the bullet from the Warrior Brothers' gun struck Mr. Sholmes' pouch.
And it was the glass vial exploding that caused the fellow's injury.
This bullet did not penetrate victim, but was deflected into Water's shop.
We have to look at the evidence. Give us the evidence.
Alcohol. A delightfully complex aroma.
Well, it appears one mystery has been solved at least. Yippee.
Though it has no bearings on the truth of this case.
Yep, and
Like
as soon as we examine the evidence, we're gonna find the secret, top secret plans that Trump has to build a wall.
Those plans were not mine. They were planted by spies and fake news articles across the newspapers the paperboy down the street is selling.
I blame Bidden.
Bidden?
Bidden.
That's a freaking auctioneer in the Ace Attorney universe.
Bidden. Joe Bidden.
Ian bidding.
$1, I got $1, $2, $2.
Oh.
I can't do it actually. Anyway.
We're getting sidetracked.
Yeah, we're getting sidetracked.
Yep, anyway. The bungling and burgling brother. Yep, that is right. The bungling and burgling brothers. That's a tongue twister. Try saying that times five.
Bungling and burgling brothers. Bungling and burgling brothers. Bungling and burgling brothers. Bungling and burgling
What are we,
brothers.
drunk?
Okay, we got to stop getting sidetracked.
Shot the detective and the accused shot the pawnbroker. Oh. The pertinent facts of the case remain unaltered.
Well, at least the mystery is solved. I can sleep easy tonight.
Why are you angry while saying that?
Because I'm so angry that I didn't figure it out myself. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Glad I could help.
Oh! Dershowitz bearing on the conundrum just solved. The court will sequester this scruffy pouch into evidence. What is with these alliterations going on?
I don't know.
Hurley's pouches is scruffy!
Come on, give me. Give me more, give me more. Oh,
Oh.
a third bullet. It's a third bullet. This file has been smashed to pieces. Presumably, this is where the bullet struck.
What do you mean, presumably?
As soon as the bullet hit the chemical in the vial there, it would have been a really big explosion and Hurley would have died on impact.
A big explosion!
Yeah, that's why he's dead.
He's not dead.
Well, Hurley's potions and chemicals are amazingly useful for the investigation.
I'm sorry, I can't help but imagine Sherlock. Just like at a witch's culture, just like stirring together a bunch of random pieces of evidence he's gathered over the years.
Shaggy but witch.
Like, I'm the monster now.
But they're also quite tricky to handle. Safely, at least. They're very dangerous and will kill you if you touch them.
Oh,
What a taste!
no.
I'm sure that when this file broke the chemical in style, it would have ignited and killed Hurley immediately.
Note to self. Always walk on the right-hand side of shoulders in the future. The left is the danger zone. But let me examine the clearly bullet there.
What bullet?
The bullet, it's really scorched badly just here.
Oh, this strap is broken. Look.
This must be the one the bullet hit then.
Let me see.
Oh, thank you. Now I can actually get the bullet.
That's not a bullet. That's just a very bullet-shaped piece of metal.
What the? Iris, look! Behind where the broken file was. Do you see it?
This. Don't worry, you brother's bullet.
What a stroke of luck that hit this pouch. So that's 3 guns. This is amazing discovery. What this means is there were 3 bullets fired at Windibanks that night.
No shit. And yeah, I can read your mind. Don't question that. Anyway, we found exactly what that juror was talking about. A third bullet.
It's time to press that drawer again, I think.
Tutorials. In the final case of the game. We love tutorials in the final case of the game. Totally doesn't make the pacing a little weird.
Oh! Is it warm in here or is it just me?
Please, my lord, a little more time. After all, that's a new piece of evidence. It could be a valuable clue, and you can't afford to overlook anything here, Ryunosuke. There's still a way to turn this around, somehow. Show it. Okay, I assume it's the maid. Shut up, stereoscope.
Hold it!
It's the number of bullets that has you convinced.
Only 2 bullets were fired, and 2 guns that fired them have been examined by the police. The parlor maid asked me how many are invited for dinner. I always tell her to count the table settings.
Well, that's logical, I suppose.
Although,
Yes?
sometimes after dining, crockery does go missing. 1 or 2 gets rather like the fine china.
Does your employer dine with thieves?
So I suppose, if there was another bullet somewhere, of which we were unaware, I'd have to reconsider my position.
A third bullet somewhere on the scene? Could that be possible? I can prove it because I literally just found it. Allow me to show you then. The third bullet.
Take that!
Here it is. We just discovered it now. Yes.
Please,
on the night in
don't
question
slam
in
it.
Winterbank's pawnbrokery, another bullet was fired.
Hold it!
Please don't be so loud.
Wait, what the? You have to hold it?
What is this new trickery, you Nipponese conjurer?
Immediately assumes it's magic.
Where did you find that bullet? In the
It
sky.
was lodged inside Mr. Sholmes' pouch.
You pulled it from thin air.
Where did you get that bullet? The bullet store?
This pouch was removed from around Mr. Sholmes' waist before he was taken to the hospital. And then he went to the bullet store where a lot of guns fired at him. That's probably where the bullet came from.
Casually goes to the bullet store, as you know.
And since then,
He's
it's been
bleeding
touched by
out.
no one.
Do you mean to say the shot fired by the warrior brothers at night?
Yes, as your lordship has surmised, it hit his pouch.
Oh, but that makes no sense whatsoever. You dark magic conjurer, you horrible thing you are.
I'm not a witch.
With my judge powers, I send you to hell directly.
Witches weren't a concern!
We already know the whereabouts of the bullet fired at Mr. Sholmes. It's clearly visible in this photographic print.
Two guns from the scene have already been submitted into the court record as evidence.
Oh, yes, that of Mr. Winterbank, and that belonging to the Skulkin brothers. Wait a minute, the reaction to the first juror. Did his wife somehow fire a shot at him, and it ricocheted all across town to eventually hit
She should
someone
be
in
in
the
jail
on my
though!
calendar?
She should be in jail though!
No! Their relationship is so toxic it somehow happened again.
An examination of both guns revealed that only a single bullet had been fired from each.
What that would mean?
I don't think I'm gonna do the worm stuff anymore. It's too much. It's too much during editing.
Very fair.
That's right. We now know that on the night in question, 3 bullets were fired. However, only 2 bullets were fired from the guns recovered from the crime scene. And until that incontrovertible inconsistency is somehow explained, we cannot and must not pass judgment.
He's dead!
I had a heart attack.
Fucking finally, I was tired of that guy.
Oh.
Well, this information is, but not reaches, words, remains incomplete. The court has been presented with new facts. Facts that would appear to shake the very foundation on which this case... the case against the defendant has been built. My words are done being words. As is my pregnant in this situation.
You're pregnant? How?
Don't question the anatomy of Santa Claus.
Don't you have a
hereby
wife?
temporarily suspend. I hereby temporarily suspend the summation examination.
Jupiter.
Why
What?
would you buy Jupiter? It's a pretty innocent planet.
It's worth a lot of money.
Bailiff, bring the witnesses back to the stand at once. I don't like them.
Ah, fuck.
Witnesses, I'm gonna get this video demonetized.
Gamna!
Were you listening to the proceedings while the defense carried out the summation examination?
We was. Perhaps we can dispense with the tedious preamble. Simply answer this one question. A third bullet has been identified at the scene of the crime. What do you make of that?
Make of it, Gav. I don't make nothing of it. I can help it if.
Is it one of yours? Go blimey, go blimey, not a chance. In that case, did you have an accomplice?
What? What? Never! The Warrior Brothers work alone.
It's just the two of us. We can make it if we try.
Just
That's
the
a
two
trademark.
of us.
How soon we forget
You and
poor
I.
Wop Peach.
Only two of the bullets from the crime scene originated from the firearms we have in evidence. The third bullet was fired from another gun. Where is it? Where is it?
Mommy, that's it.
Where are you hiding it?
Richard. I don't know.
Counsel for the defense.
Yes?
Slap the witnesses.
Okay.
Thank you. I should like to hear your thoughts regarding these new developments. Don't worry about that. The third bullet and the mysterious missing firearm, from whence it came.
Thinking back over all the testimony we've heard and all the evidence we've seen, I think I'm starting to form a picture of what really happened that night. My lord, I think it's clear what this third bullet tells us about the Warrior Brothers. Well, they would have been caught. They would have been caught with the other gun. You know?
Yeah.
So they must have had a secret accomplice.
Yeah. It's the only thing that makes sense.
On that
Not to
night,
mention it was literally said.
on that night at Winterberg's pawnbrokery, the brothers must have been working with a third man. The witnesses are clearly doing their best to cover up the existence of this accomplice. But the evidence all points to the fact that there was someone else present, someone carrying a gun.
It's Luigi!
Objection!
Why would Luigi do it though?
I don't know. An accomplice, you say? It's almost like someone else said that. Ixwu.
Who's that?
Lie.
Pigs will fly.
That someone should be named that as a joke name in one of the Ace Attorney games.
Yes. These protracted proceedings have already forced us to endure 2 summation examinations.
Just like the last case, I hope we don't go for like 3.
I'm really wondering what's up with all this alliteration in this game, by the way, specifically in this case.
I don't know,
Yet
Britain.
in all that time, there's been not a murmur of a third man. If this apparently wraith-like being exists,
They at
which
no point
he
described it as being a
doesn't.
raid.
The court must be shown hard evidence. Without it, this fantasy will be crushed, just like my glass.
Oh, the blood! The blood! The blood! The blood! Because we know this
yeah.
blood isn't Sholmes's anymore, so it must be someone else's.
Fair enough.
Oh!
The prosecution demands answers on these 2 counts. Firstly, proof, evidence that this accomplice was ever at the scene of the crime in the first place, and secondly, the identity of this Father
Boreas.
Tiborius character.
The Warrior Brothers are lying, I know that. But how can I discern the identity of the person they're hiding?
Oh. Well, counsel, do these absurd requests right now.
I'm supposed to prove the existence of this accomplice and reveal the person's identity. In response to the prosecution's demands, my lord, the defense is ready to present answers. The defense is ready. I believe I can provide all the answers the prosecution demands.
So, my Nippity's friend, despite the swimming eyes, you seem to think you have something to say. This promises to be interesting.
I have to push forward now. There's no other option. I need to use every single piece of evidence available to me if it will make a difference.
Just the loudest objection in the world. I'm throwing all the evidence at him.
Yeah.
Objection!
Objection!
In that case, counsel, I would ask you to present the evidence without delay. That was a delay there, dude. That was... Bro.
Huh?
On the night in question, in the moments leading up to the death of the victim, what proof have you that there was a third intruder present at the scene?
The evidence is right here, in this portfolio.
By Jehovah's Witness, I guess. That portfolio again, is it? Also, did you know that those guys somehow show up at the North Pole? Like, I don't get how they get there. Like, is the North Pole... I get there by boat, but it's a 42-hour trip.
Who?
And you gotta, like, unless you have, like, the reindeer I do, it's a 15-hour trek to my house. How do those guys get out there? They ring the doorbell, they do the whole spiel. They go the whole 9 yards. Like, I'm sorry, I had to get that off my chest. I'm confused.
That sure is weird.
Do you expect the court to rifle through your papers itself? Be more specific.
Oh, what are you, Von Karma? What are you? What are you, Von Karma? There's three pieces of paper.
Van Zeke's Von Karma. I mean,
You claim, yeah.
You claim one of these blood samples proves the presence of this third intruder. Well, which one is it?
Oh, I wonder which one.
Number one.
What am I looking at here? As if I haven't seen this a million times.
Oh, your voice got kind of raspy.
yeah, I know.
You good?
I'm dying. Anyway, there appears to be some green paint or such like around the bullet hole in the middle of the calendar.
That's a bloodstain, my lord.
Alien! Alien!
Green blood. Curious, even for you. Is the court to understand that the intruder was some inhuman creature?
It's something developed by Herlock Sholmes.
It's not like this wasn't discussed earlier or anything. The same photo, even.
By the great detective! Oh!
It's this, you see? A gun! I shouldn't have this in court.
This fucker sprays a chemical and reacts with the different elements in people's blood to change its color. I'm calling it the fucker.
No, don't do that.
Different elements of people's blood.
Yeah, if you're willing to show your blood right now in the corner, I can show an example. Everyone's blood is slightly different, you see, because it's made up of different elements. My blood's made of pure hydrogen. So by seeing what color it changes to, you can tell in a flash whose blood it is.
I'm going to.
Oh, that brings the whole extra dimension to looking at blood.
Do you look at blood in your spare time?
He looks
Yeah.
at everything stereoscopically. That's his entire character trait.
Exactly.
Very exciting, huh? I'm now concerned about some of these jurors.
As an example, this one shows the blood of the victim, Mr. Winterbank.
Oh, striking blue.
Alien!
Yes, so you see the green color of this blood stain on the calendar shows that someone else was shot in the main part of the shop.
Now hold fire there, young man. No pun intended. Could be from some unrelated incident, couldn't it?
Are you stupid? Do you not see what the date on the calendar is? No, it's not
No.
unrelated. The date showing on the
Really?
calendar is the date on which Mr. Winterbank was killed.
I should have immediately said that after, like, no, it's not unrelated.
Wow.
My friend's response when they asked like what the game that came after Undertale that has like the letters rearranged is called. I say unrelated.
Oh no.
Wow. By golly.
Therefore, we can assume that whoever was shot on the same day.
And whose blood is it? Is it mine?
Well, the Warrior Brothers instead don't appear to be suffering from any gunshot injuries. Which means it must be the blood of somebody else, the fed intruder in fact.
Objection!
Whose identity is the court? Whose identity the court is still waiting to hear. You can't delay this any longer, my learned friend. Who is this alleged third intruder?
It's me. I did it. I did it.
Oh yeah, I forgot all about Mr. Eggs Benedict.
Exotic butters.
The man's name is Eggert Benedict.
Oh, a good Benedict. Who on earth are you talking about, Counsel?
He paid the visit to Winterbank's pawnbroker the afternoon before the incident took place.
When the accused attempted to deceive the pawnbroker into releasing this article into her possession.
That's right. The man identified by the defense, Mr. Eggert Benedict, then attempted to take the article from the defendant by force. No, we already read this. Sorry. We already read this.
I'm back! I can do it again!
No, you're not gonna do it.
Ah!
I'm surprised Winston didn't interject as Trump. Inspector Gregson was there at the time and can attest to what
yeah,
happened.
well, about the Trump voice, I have to like mentally prepare for it.
In the end, it was the inspector
Oh, no.
himself who took the disc.
Why do you say
It's like a vocal and mental preparation. I gotta like prepare myself because it's a harder voice to do.
Can you corroborate this account, Inspector?
Yes, my lord, that's more or less what happened. And in the interest of being thorough, I asked Winterbank for a print showing the fellow.
Taken from one of these red-headed in the corridor, given this is
Yes, that's him talking to Mr. Winterbeck that morning.
And you claim this man is the brother's accomplice.
Well, Mr. and Mr. Wario?
Yeah, I'd believe that Wario and Waluigi would work with Donald Trump. Never seen a in my life.
On me life, govern me life, never see him.
Well. Somewhat unsurprisingly, it appears our witnesses disagree with the assertion.
I'm sure your lordship recalls my learned Nipponese friend's actual assertion, which was that he could prove the identity of the alleged accomplice.
Oh, wait, we have a bit of his blood. We have a bit of his blood on the disc.
Oh yeah, clever.
Can we examine it?
Why were you singing his theme for a bit there? I heard that.
Who's theme?
His.
You mean Azrael?
Who?
I don't know. What was he singing?
Yeah,
This is blood. Lick.
Yes, you're right. Just a small smear, but definitely blood. Actually, I feel as though I might have noticed that before.
These things are the shiny kid I've been waiting forever! Alright, let's do it that disc now!
Can we get this done quickly, Arvis?
In a flash!
oh boy.
Green.
And that proves
Alien! Alien!
Trump is an alien confirmed.
Wow, that makes a lot of the stuff he said a lot worse!
Wait, that color.
What is it? Can you
It's just
is your brain functioning
that
properly
green
for
it.
once?
It's not the first time we've seen that color, is it? No shit, Ryunosuke. Okay, now we have it in the portfolio.
I guess.
Wow! Wow!
Yes, like an icon.
Conveniently the first and last.
Let's show us the evidence.
I agree. We must see proof that the clean-cut gentleman in the photograph is the fifthly criminal you say he is.
Lookism. You're looksist. This is the last
So
piece of
if
evidence.
I am.
I've had a
Look,
feeling
I have
that
a map.
something has been missing in
What
this
I
job
do
from
and
the
what
very
I don't
start.
do in my free time as a maid is none of your
going to
concern.
drag it
I may or
to
may
the-
not have a collection of schisms that I have in my room as trophies.
Are you ready to present your answer to the court then, counsel?
Yes, my lord. The defense will present the evidence now.
Then do it.
Proof that the man pictured in this photographic print was in fact the person struck by the third bullet. It is the portfolio again.
Yep. Take that. It's always the portfolio.
That proof is right here in this portfolio.
Why? Does that portfolio contain the answers to every question posed? Are you a witch? Is that where you're getting your stuff from? Are you pulling things from that pouch forever?
I see you share my interest in claret-colored liquids, my Nipponese friend, but
What? What does that mean? What does that mean?
I don't know. Enough. The court demands to see further evidence.
I again now I have to headcanon that Van Zeeks also has a cauldron of like shiny green liquid in their room and they swirl it every night.
This is my acid. I like to drink it. Ah, the taste of burning tongue, skin, and stomach. Mmm.
Are you okay? You need
That's why his
therapy?
voice is so
No.
gravelly.
That's why his voice is so gravelly. Ordinarily, his voice would be like suave and gentle. The lore! The lore!
Which blood sample proves the man you identified was the one shot by the third bullet at the scene of the crime?
Thanks for spawning it on. As I mentioned before, on the afternoon of the day in question, the defendant attempted, deceitfully, admittedly, to reclaim this disc from Windibanks.
My tongue tastes weird. Which is the aforementioned. Okay. This man that attempted to purloin the article from the defendant's possession, no?
That's correct, my lord. I myself was present at the time. It was following this that a minor incident occurred.
Oh no, not another Minecraft YouTuber.
I'm back! I can do it again!
I'm surprised no one got the joke I made.
Oh no, I got it. I just chose not to acknowledge it.
Being a music box disc, it has countless small but sharp metal protrusions over its surface. Those protrusions caused Mr. Benedict's finger to bleed, and the resulting smear of blood is still visible on the disc now.
Goodness, a bloodstain, is it?
My assistant and I have just analyzed the bloodstain here in this very courtroom.
Using my trusty fucker!
Yes, and we added the results to this portfolio.
I say... It's green!
It says
It's
juror
an
number
alien!
It says juror number 2, Stevie.
That's not my line.
Yeah.
I'm gonna kill you. I'm about to become ageist as well.
Wait, but
Now it's juror number 5.
Who is...
5 was button press. I think.
Yeah. The evidence is conclusive. The man calling himself Mr. Eggert Benedict, who was in with the banks earlier in the day, is the accomplice who was present at the scene of the crime that night. What are you talking about? What is in here? My lord, it is the opinion of the defense that Mr. Eggert Benedict should be summoned to the courtroom to testify.
Give me a good reason.
I just did.
I wasn't paying attention.
Summon Mr. Eggert Benedict now.
Ah, fine. It would certainly seem that we could ill afford to ignore the gentleman's apparent presence. Why are these lines so long?
you're telling me this has gone on for long enough now. Oh god, the tacos.
Where did you get tacos?
The acid, the everything. Oh, it's not sitting well.
There's a Taco Bell built into the courtroom. It's the room next door.
This father.
Flagrant.
I was right. Let's go. This flagrant ignorance of the mechanics of law. Jesus, these lines are getting long. Gerlach Bloom, as you say. Yes, I've heard the name many of times. The protagonist in a series of short stories for the vulgar classes. A god of detection or of some such or something or other. And now you employ chemical substances devised by drug dealers in the highest court in the land. you expect us to take you seriously? The samples made by this plaything are not fit to be called evidence. So the bloodstain turned a shade of green. What of it? Here's to you successfully proving that no other blood in the world would turn the same color.
Oh, well,
Legs.
You know what? Just whenever he has his legs up on the table, I'm gonna do this now, even though this is probably gonna be the last chance I get it. We're summoning Mettaton.
And pray. Do not even think of suggesting that we should take Mr. Jones's word for it.
we do have a second game, Stevie, in the Chronicles. This may be the last case of the first game, but there's a whole second
Oh my!
game, remember? Don't you remember, Stevie?
I think you mean. Oh yes.
Both work.
Is he right? Is Miss Sholmes' concoction a load of rubbish? Oh no, I mean, he's a great detective. What are you talking about? We can't let him get away with that. I knew it would come to this. Of course, Mr. Sholmes' invention isn't going to be recognized by any official body. I mean, DNA evidence hasn't even been made a thing and hasn't been accepted until 1980s.
What's DNA evidence?
I don't know, but whatever choice do I have?
I'm just remembering when Father Christmas over.
He went, yeah!
Wait, but who is she in reference to?
Probably the judge!
I swear to God, if it is!
Say yeah, he's
Oh my God!
Wait, did it! From
Wait, my sick did
The battery was temporarily suspended the Summation Examination. By the way, Bruno!
Oh,
Can you put me on their lap?
no.
I wanna wish something for Christmas.
No.
In other words, please be true. The Summation Examination isn't over, is it?
Oh! Good grief, what did you just say, young girl?
And in a Summation Examination, the decision as to whether or not the trial continues is in the hands of the 6 jurors, isn't it? Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Loading my gun. So the way I see it doesn't matter what certain other people think of Hurley's invention. At least, not for now. Wink, wink,
Yes,
nudge, nudge.
she's
Still loading
right.
my gun.
Young lady, you have quite the devious mind.
Yeah, I know. And I don't think the Geneva Convention's been invented yet, so nothing can stop me.
When were the Geneva Conventions invented?
After World War II.
Oh, or were they before?
No.
I want to
after.
say a reference, but I can't, probably.
It really just comes down to one thing. Whether these ladies and gentlemen and potential other genders of the jury, or others that prefer to not be mentioned by a gender and prefer to stay, ambiguous or unidentified within that category, it's up to them. Are convinced by what you say, Bruno. Is that about right, would you say? Or did I misunderstand something?
Unbelievable. Mr. Sholmes' partner is a force to be reckoned with.
Yeah, I know, I've killed 6 people. Anyway, I'm this person! Sharpshooter! Prepare to be killed!
What? Why me? I'm trying.
After that shrewd precise of the situation from an entirely unexpected source,
A 10-year-old, mind you. You guys got steamed yet again by a 10-year-old.
It must be acknowledged that the previous summation examination has yet to reach its conclusion. So, Van Zeeks, shut the fuck up.
This is absurd.
No one asked. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, the court now looks to you for final legends on this matter. Or leanings, whichever. As proud citizens of Her Majesty's Britain, I'm sure you will come to fair and just conclusions. So then, state your final decisions in turn, please.
Not guilty.
Not guilty.
Not guilty.
Guilty.
Not your voice.
Guilty.
Not guilty. Wow, what are the odds that we had 4 in our favor and 2 not?
2 called guilty and 4 called not guilty. You can't count. Which is most of us here, I'm pretty sure. Anyway, such is the outcome of the summation examination.
Objection!
Shut up, Van Zeeks!
My lord, with all due respect, this is a fucking outrage. I demand a recount.
Overruled. Shut up. No one asked.
I demand there be a recount. It's rigged.
And I demand you recount your whining.
The prosecution refuses to accept this decision. It's rigged.
That's a real shame I didn't ask. On what grounds,
If these jurors are persuaded by some half-baked concoction devised by a pretender to real police work, then they are too ignorant to be trusted with the judgment of anyone's guilt.
I don't want to hear nothing with your half-baked attorney's degree. I'm sorry, Lord Van Zeeks, but I didn't ask.
No!
The trial will continue.
Fuck! Heart attack.
Nevertheless, we find ourselves in a rather awkward situation. The defense has very reasonably requested for the subpoena of a new witness.
Wait, we don't even know where he is.
Yeah.
But sadly, I fear that will be impossible.
What?
The name the gentleman gave for himself, Edgar Benedict, is quite clearly false.
Really?
Compared to all the other Ace Attorney names. I don't believe it.
You don't, huh?
Just for that badge to prove the man was there that night. Could I say something? Who?
Who was that, please? Who spoke?
What?
What? Who? Why the fuck? What do you know?
Why are you speaking up about it?
It was me, my lord.
We find out somehow
Juror
that all the
number 5.
jurors are involved with the case. What have you to say, madam?
If possible, Inspector.
Me, ma'am?
I wonder if you might show the photographic print to me again. The one which the gentleman has shown.
Right, yeah. This one you mean? Of Mr. Benedict?
Yes. There's no doubt in my mind.
You're number 5, you don't mean to say. You know this man?
Yes, I know him.
What?
No.
No.
Make sure you have a countdown for that.
It's the opposite of ASMR, Judge. Ear rape, Judge.
Yeah, make sure you have a countdown for like volume warning. 5, 4,
That was all caps with 6 exclamation marks. I had to scream into the mic. I'm sorry.
You're good.
Anyway, jury number 5. How on earth?
Okay. Sure, you could talk before, but now you're deciding to go back. Okay.
This has been chaotic.
As we can clearly see.
And everyone understands it in real time.
Trump is a communications officer?
I do great communication with the British people. I have great relations with them all.
This doesn't seem right somehow. I can't put my finger on why, but it doesn't feel right.
I suppose we all imagined the accomplice would be some sort of hardened criminal. Or we just imagined him in the first place. He's not real. Let's give up the trial. Hurley's dead. Let's go home.
No, he's not dead. We know he's definitely the criminal, because it's Trump.
It's a bit unexpected to find out he has a respectable job by day, whatever he gets up to at night.
Yes, I suppose that's it. I suppose that's why I felt something was wrong.
If the gentleman at London's communications station, it should be able to subpoena him within the hour. Lord Ventix, if you please.
Yes, my lord.
Make the necessary arrangements with all haste. All of it ever.
As your lordship bids.
I don't want to be associated with that bid guy that bid in. I don't want to. The court will recess for 1 hour. When the new witness... When the new witness arrives, we shall reconvene to hear the gentleman's testimony. Inspector Gretzky,
Yeah, my lord.
I should like to hear from you specifically about the events at the pawnbroker on the day in question. Come to my chambers during the recess.
Yes, sir, my lord.
Okay, why?
Very well. Court is adjourned until 1:40 p.m.
Are we gonna get the save? To be continued. Now. To be continued now.
Yes.
It's only been an hour.
Yeah, I saw that immediately, and I was like, oh, God, it's only been an hour.
There's a part 3. Please say there's not going to be a part 4. Please. Oh, God. Jeez.
There's gonna be a part 4, 5, 6, 7. There's gonna be a part 9. We're skipping
Gina,
over 8.
how are you holding up? I'm starting to feel quite warmly towards her frequent cold shoulders now.
Gee! Are you alright? Why aren't you saying anything? Are you stupid?
Oh. What's the point, eh? Why go through all this trouble and fight so hard, like, for the likes of me?
What?
Well, you saw the picture.
What picture?
Ah, you mean this, the photograph taken by Hurley's right-handed recorder. Well, I didn't think they would have captured a scene like this, that's for sure.
It's hopeless. Anyone who sees that is gonna think I did, ain't they?
Well, I won't pretend it wasn't a bit of a shock when the prosecution first presented it to the court.
Surely you have your doubts about me now.
all you can think is that I'm innocent.
Wait, so it's 1:40
Yeah,
p.m.
can't
right
think
now,
of it.
right? 1:40? Is that when they said?
E.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't have a watch.
Of course I can.
Make the make.
Jenny, why don't you talk to us? Tell us what really happened that night.
Yeah.
Bruno's cleverly managed to piece together a lot of new information, but still. We'd really like to hear it from you. Tell us what really happened. Tell us.
It was back in. It was back in the bad times. What really happened?
Not that far back. Just
Oh.
the night of Winterbakes.
Oh. All right then. It was back in the bad time.
The dinner we had together was bad times.
Yes, it poisoned me. What? Yeah, you guys
That
tried
was
to poison me.
intentional.
Fucking knew it. It was right after we had dinner to get at your place, right, IS? And we had a chat up in your office, didn't we?
Yes, I remember.
Oh. After that, I just couldn't get to sleep. So I slipped out and went down to the street, 2 to 1, to Winterbank's place. I had to know.
If Iris' story was there or not, the Hound of the Baskervilles. I almost forgot about that story.
I didn't, because I was on the search for it. I don't know what it's about or nothing. But if you ask me, there's something in there that Sholmes don't like. Something what we don't want people reading. He don't want people reading. So that's why he lied to Iris about sticking it in lug with Winterbanks for safekeeping. Wait, he lied about it?
No, that's what she
Oh.
was thinking.
At least that's what I thought at the time. Yeah. Okay.
So you broke into Winterbakes?
Just had to know if it was there or not. I mean, I had no idea all of that was gonna kick off, did I? I struck the lock and snuck inside. It was dark as you like in there. I gave the oil lamp on the counter a bit of wick, and that's when. Why do you think it did? I nearly died. I did. The next thing I knew. Ah, Wario. Wait, no.
What? Next thing I knew, Wario was there.
No, he wasn't there yet.
No.
Probably.
Okay. I thought it was gonna be the Wario brother sneaking behind her, but nope. I got the gun off the counter and was waving it in the air like I don't know what. You're the girl who was here this afternoon. And I think pickpockets went in for armed robbery. The manuscript. Have you got it? Did Jones leave a load of papers with you? A story? I beg your pardon. The Hound of the something or other. If it's here, I want to see it. I'm sorry, young lady. But I'd sooner die than relinquish an article belonging to one of my customers. I don't want it. What would I do with it anyway? So just want to see if it's it. That's all. Oh, you want to see it, do you? Want to know if Jones really wanted it or not? please, just let me see it and I'll go. Oh, very well then. Oh, for pity's sake, stop waving my gun around, would you? I have that reserved for me. So then the old Gove unlocked the storeroom door and we both went inside. And it was there alright, the manuscript. Those weren't lying after all.
You did all that just to check for me, Gina. You're the bestest best friend ever. I love you.
Anyway, then there was a bit of kick about in the main bit of the shop.
The Warrior Brothers arriving on the scene, yes.
What was all that noise? Someone's breaking in. Dear me, is there some burglars convention here tonight that I don't know about? I think I forgot to shut the door behind me. Sorry. I better go and take care of it. Could I possibly have my gun back? Oh, well, I'm coming with you and... Don't be foolish, young girl. You must stay right here. Don't leave this room under any circumstances. And with that, he took the gun out of my hands and walked out into the shop. And I'm back in the storeroom, like he said, strained my ears and the dark to hear what was going on. Yet again, mind you, yet again. Sounded like they got a bit of a scrap. Sounded like they got a bit of a scrap. I started to think I should help, see? So I was just about to go out of the storeroom myself when... Two. I had a couple of gunshots go off. Two, I think. Almost at the same time. And then there he was, right at my feet, lying face down on the floor. I was right next to the storeroom door, so I slammed it shut and looked quick as you like.
But Winterbank must have shot the gun.
Maybe?
He had the gun.
Yeah, that would make sense.
So he must have shot it at Egbert Benedict.
Or whatever his name is.
Yeah. And then Egbert Benedict shot him with his gun.
Or one or the other two.
Did you read this, by the way?
Yeah, I did.
Because you thought whoever had shot Mr. Winterbank might come for you?
Yeah. So I went to grab the old Gove's gun. I'd figured I'd put up a fight at least. But when I got a better look at him, I knew. Winterbank was a goner. I felt a funny feeling in my head all of a sudden, kinda dizzy. And after that, I don't remember nothing.
That must be when you passed out, Gina.
If I hadn't done what I'd done, the old Gove might still be alive.
Did you tell the police everything you just told us?
Of course I did, but they didn't believe a word of it, did they?
All they said was if I kept telling lies, they'd make things even worse for me.
Now, Genie, I told you to tell us the story of what happened.
Weston. Don't.
So, that is what happened on the night of the incident.
She just did, Iris. Stop being mean.
It'll be alright, Ginny. Don't worry. Dementia, it goes away eventually.
Weston, please. This is supposed to be a serious moment.
Serious? No. I'm gonna shoot you for making me want to be serious.
Oh, Weston.
Runa's about to put the real culprit through the mill. The steel mill. Runa's gonna kill them. Put them in the steel mill contraption.
What was there in the afternoon? Egg Benedict. I still remember how he looked at me. I still remember how he looked at me. Like I was nothing. He was dead that night.
Well, that would have helped a lot.
We don't know his real name yet, but I'm convinced that he's involved somehow. Anyway, thank you for telling us what happened, Gina. I appreciate your honesty.
You what?
You can leave it on Runo's capable hands now, Genie.
Mr. Naruto, was it? Naruto?
Yes?
How come you trust me? I don't get it. I mean, have you forgotten what happened here before? Come on, it was only 2 months ago. Me and McGill did, we told you all back of lies. And you got the bug trial off with him. Even though he was a killer.
No, I could never forget that.
Oh.
I did what I thought was best at the time. But the pain of that era of judgment doesn't get any easier to bear. Still, don't forget that I also made you a promise. I told you that I'd be on your side to the bitter end, no matter what.
But what if I'm lying? You could be working to get another killer off the hook for all you know.
I was once in your position, Gina. I was the accused in a trial.
You were?
Before I left Japan, I was accused of murder. As strange as it might sound, the circumstances of the crime were pretty damning. I was sure that no one would believe me. It wasn't me who'd done it.
Oh no!
But there
I
was
can't
one
believe
person who
it.
stood up for me, who believed in me, and was prepared to defend me. My best friend.
I'm back! Ryunosuke, no one believes in you more than I do, and I believe in you very little. Leave this to me. All you need to do is put your faith in me, and I'll do the rest. And the rest is not gonna be great.
I was so sad I cried. I'm happy. But even then, somewhere inside me, I couldn't help thinking, surely he doesn't really believe in me. Not completely.
No shit, he blatantly told you.
But
Why?
what's wrong?
What you looking at? Ah! Why am I here still?
As soon as my trial begun, it was
Finger! I hate this desk!
obvious that he had an absolute unwavering belief in me.
I'm the thinker.
And in turn, I developed an absolute unwavering belief in him.
Why am I going off screen? No!
Since then, I came to realize, if you want someone to believe in you, you have to believe in the other person first.
What are you saying?
I promise you, Gina, that no matter what happens, I'll keep believing in you. So you don't need to worry. I won't let you down.
Even though I'm a diver, and I'm not gonna lie.
You're not like McGilded. I know that.
Eh?
That's right! You're my friend! I love you!
Iris.
We know you better than you think. And we've come to the conclusion that you're someone we can trust.
Yeah.
That's really all we need to know.
Exactly! I'm gone!
Mr. Naruto, I.
Defendant Gina Shaw and her legal representative, stop being emotional over there. Court proceedings are about to resume, and no one cares to hear your traumatic backstories. Please head into the courtroom immediately. No more trauma
Yes, of
dumping.
course. Thank you. I've been both a defendant and a defending lawyer in my time. Though I knew only too well just how hard it was to put all your faith in another. And I also knew just how hard it was to bear the burden of another, putting all their faith in you. This is at last the final chapter, the final battle. Wish me luck, Susato-san. I hope you're watching over me too. That was actually really sweet. It really was.
Yeah.
What the? Why are you spaced out from them now?
Okay, I guess we're back. I hereby call this court to order as we resume the trial of Miss Gina Legredibe. Lord Van Zeeks, have you successfully subpoenaed the witness?
There's why. The subpoena was delivered to the communication station, where the man works immediately, my lord. Don't ask how I got there so fast. However, the heavy rain has delayed the arrival of his carriage, it would seem.
I wish it rained where I live.
No, you don't.
I do. It barely rains.
You do
here.
not. Right now, I'm currently at a period where it's constantly storming where I am. I need it to stop.
I would prefer that over
It is-
being sunny all the time.
I want to sleep. I'm tired of thunder. I'm tired of lightning. And I'm tired of my yard being covered in fucking sticks from the trees.
Can you just say line?
Yeah, I get you.
I see. Then let us turn our attention to Inspector Gregson's Pukabacus.
Luigi!
Oh yeah. Look, yeah, I went on a rant. I'm not gonna remember every bit I've done. Okay.
Okay, we get it.
Of the case heard by the court this morning. The glaring omission of the third bullet in your report is a serious blunder, Inspector. Salary cutting noises.
I can only apologize, my lord.
And although the offense's chemical analysis of blood at the scene makes for a compelling argument, I cannot permit such untried methods to be used as evidence in my courtroom.
You want to say that again?
For once, I'm no longer standing still in that one-room image. My God, I've been frozen to that wall for 15 fucking years. Do you know what it's like? Do you know what it's like to be drip-fed, slopped down my throat by a cone every day? Oh God!
Shut up and just stay alive.
Bitch, my lord. The subpoenaed witness is right in the building.
I would feel bad for you, but you interrupted my emotional moment, so fuck you.
I've had a 15-year emotional moment! I've been attached to a wall!
If you can't empathize with others' emotions, then we can't empathize with yours.
Thank you, officer. Please show him to the stand without delay.
Mr. Eggert Benedict. I didn't expect to be crossing paths with him again so soon. Certainly not like this.
He's watching.
Luigi, you're Eggert Benedict?
No! Stop!
Thank you for complying with the court subpoena at such short notice, Luigi. No! But of course, my lord, as an upstanding, perfect member of society, only the best in society, it is my pleasure to oblige. Oh, now kindly state your name and occupation for the record. I am,
Okay, I don't know if we should go all in with the Donald Trump bit. Should we just go all in?
I don't know.
If you want to.
I'm gonna flip a coin. I'm gonna flip a coin. That
Okay,
will
go ahead.
decide the fate.
Go ahead.
I lost that coin. Let me do another one. I lost that one.
Go look at the coins!
Go flip a coin!
Okay, I got that one. It's heads. I'm doing it.
Okay.
Donald Trump, communications officer.
Donald J. Trump.
Donald G. Trump.
Mr. Trump and I both work at London Central Communications Station.
I ship it. It'll be the best ship this series has ever seen. The best of all of the ships the series has. It'll be no better. Now, perhaps somebody will kindly explain what all of this is about.
You were appraised the situation by the court officer. On your way here, I presume.
Yes, the best of them all. I gotta give that one a raise. I'll give him a raise myself when I take over this courtroom, which I'm going to do. It's my next initiative. I'm signing an executive order right now to turn this courtroom into the courtroom of the.
This isn't America. You have no say here.
I'm setting an executive order to say I have say here.
No, just because an executive order doesn't mean what you think it means.
Something to do with a murder that took place at a pawnbroker's on Baker Street. And some nonsense about me having been there on the night in question. I deny these accusations. They're completely fake news, and they're the media trying to turn you all against me.
That is the accusation indeed. And we heard the man let him go.
This really is beyond a joke, you know. It's really the jokiest and funniest thing to ever happen in history. No, Judge, I'm talking. Can I speak? Thank
Shut
you.
up.
Very well. Without further delay, the court will hear your testimony now, Mr. Trump. You will respond to the accusation made against you under oath. That was my testimony dance. Join me, audience, in the testimony dance. You at home, I see you. Come on.
Mommy, I want to be just like Donald Trump and do the testimony dance!
The
I'm
accusation.
gonna have to put that one down.
Naturally, I have occasion to make use of pawnbroking services from time to time. It's a really fun pastime. You should try it. I highly recommend it. But you are seriously suggesting that I concluded. I did not make that mistake. Cut that. Editor right there. Cut that out. I see you right there. With these thugs to break into the place on the night of the murder. I have no intention of admitting to such an outrageous accusation by the fake news outlets. They're conspiring against me. It's all a plot. even if certain parties here present, I'm not saying what parties, but I think you know what party it is, here present claim that my blood was found at the scene. That is untrue. Some scaramouth detective's homebrewed tincture can be hardly taken as serious evidence. In my time, that was never something you'd have to consider. Oh god, I had to go all I was doing the freaking like okay hands the whole time.
Oh my god.
To make sure it was perfect.
No.
I had to. It's part of the bit. You gotta go all in.
Fair.
You have to.
Oh, so you deny the accusation completely, do you? I must say I am dismayed. For the highest court in the land to be swayed, this self-professed detective's toy. It really shows what kind of state we're in. I'm going to name my campaign going forward here in this court of law. Make the courts great again.
Oh my god, shut up.
Go big or go home.
It was the will of the jury, and our great British justice system demands that the juries will be upheld.
Then it would seem we have the misfortune of a most inept assembly of jurors today.
By golly.
How long am I expected to be detained here? If following the defense's cross-examination, your involvement in this matter has not been established, you'll be free to leave immediately. Good, then I shall be away in time for afternoon tea. It's a practice that me and my friend Bidden and I have. Me and our good friend Bidden, we have lots of time after everything is said and done. It's a great time. We go for lunch often as well. Some small consolation at least, you know. Let us not hold on Mr. Graydon well, not Graydon. Who the fuck is Graydon? Who gave me the script?
Hold on.
Mr. Trump, any longer than necessary, counsel, proceed with the cross-examination.
So, we meet again, Mr. Eggert Benedict. Or is it Mr. Trump?
My apologies, you are...
Ryunosuke Naruhodo. Defense law, we have met. For some reason, people confuse my name Naruhodo with, Naruto. I'm not Naruto.
If you say so. Donald G. Trump. Encanto. It's my favorite Disney movie. Only the best of the Disney classics.
No!
So...
What the? Oh!
Take my hat. It's a really good symbol of my friendship, and I think you'll enjoy it. It's worth $1 million. You get yourself a mansion with that. I trust we can conclude this quickly.
Why does he even have Donald Trump hair?
Well, I'm not holding your flashy hat while we do it.
Look at that and tell me it's not!
It's him. It's just him. Naturally, I have a... Oh, wait, I think I've done this.
Okay, what do we press? I mean, it's clear that...
Oh god, I know the moment we press it's gonna start again.
Even the certain parties here present claim.
that was the perfect part to just go all in on the Trump gags.
Even the certain
This
parties...
is just lining up perfectly.
I guess we just press it all.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Yes, we even met in the very pawnbrokery where the crime took place on the afternoon of the day in question. Though, of course, you introduced yourself by a different name at the time. It was Mr. Eggert Benedict, I believe. Tell me, what made you...
The witness is here to testify about the events that took place that night. He is under no obligation to answer such unrelated questions.
You can't be serious!
Thank you, because I certainly do not feel inclined to answer such an inappropriate question. It's clearly showing the poor state of defense.
So he's going to be evasive, is he? In an effort to not give anything
I was
away.
talking. Could you not have your mental thoughts while I'm in the middle of my important speeches?
What, can you hear brainwaves now? Oh wait, everyone's been hearing my brainwaves.
Yeah, I sent an executive order to be able to hear brainwaves.
This could be tricky. Hey, wait a minute. Why you looking at him?
This is my best friend Wario.
Hold it!
Have you seen these two men before?
This pair.
They're looking at you.
No, I have no associate with criminals. I have no ties to them whatsoever.
So the man who introduced himself as Eggert Benedict.
I'd like to know why. Could you stop looking at me? I know I'm beautiful. I know my body is quite the complex. But it's my body. Stop looking at it. I'd like to know who I have to thank for this. I'd like to know the guy. I'd like to be able to talk to him personally. Who made this outlandish accusation against me?
The young lawyer there in the black.
This is a farce. This is fake news. This is inappropriate media. This is my farce dance. Whose idea was it to permit an outsider to work in a British court anyway? Oh no, no, no! We're not going there! Trump! We're not going there!
He's racist too!
It's him! It really is him!
Of course it is.
Well, needless to say... Oh god. Oh no.
Where were you at around 1 in the morning on the night in question, sir?
This is past the hour at which I would normally retire. Of which I'm not retiring my career as a communications expert and politician. I'm going to be going until the day I die. In fact, I'm exciting an executive order to continue my terms of living right now.
Too bad you're not president.
Certainly. I was not in the company of these rapscallions, these lunatics, these larcenists that I do not associate with.
You're able to prove that?
Objection!
Listen carefully, my learned Nithinese friend. For you appear to be under a gross misapprehension on this point.
What do you mean?
We mean that we side with this, with, people of authoritarian figure.
Oh no.
We, the courts, side with Donald
I figured out the
Trump.
thumbnail. Van Zig's makes it to make America great again.
Oh my god, no!
We, the courts, side with Mr. Trump.
Oh. This is getting
This is
political.
The witness maintains that he was not at the scene of the crime, therefore it must be correct. He has no obligation to prove his absence.
Exactly, and I'm sending an executive order that I don't have to prove anything in court.
As you wish, we now can, release the court and all of its proceedings. We find Miss Gina Lestrade guilty.
You can't do that.
Yeah,
Sentence her to
we
death.
have improved the court system tenfold. It's now much better, much more efficient.
Too bad.
And now
The jurors have not guilty verdicts. Can't do anything until they all have guilty verdicts, which they don't.
It doesn't matter what the jury says. We're gonna do it anyway.
Too bad.
If your accusation is okay, the obligation lies with you to prove your assertion. will fulfill that obligation before putting any more unreasonable questions to the witness.
I have no
Son,
explanation for that,
victory
Dan. I just wanted to
wiggle.
do it.
Thanks.
Hold it!
Certain parties!
Blood was found at the scene of the crime, there's no question of that. Mr. Sholmes' chemical analysis has positively identified the substance as such.
But I am not the only human to have blood running through my veins, am I? How could you be sure that the blood is mine, It could equally be the blood of these two miscreants, these larcenists, these lunatics.
Every individual's blood has a slightly different composition, it seems. Mr. Sholmes' chemical is able to differentiate different...
Spare me the science lesson. I passed my high school science grade with a C. C meaning cool and Cake America great again. Anywho, who is this Sholmes character anyway?
Oh, I assumed all of us would know the name. He's a great, well, renowned detective.
So, even you are unable to bring yourself to say, great detective.
A great detective, you say? Now we're in the realm of fairy tales, are we?
Excuse me.
No! No! We are not just gonna skip by that! Why did Waluigi look like he was thinking some stuff?
Do you have something to say about that, Mr. Waluigi?
What, me?
No, the warrior brother next to you.
Right, I've had enough to hear this. How many times am I gonna tell you?
Yes, I know you're not Big Bruv Wapeach. Mr. Waluigi Wario.
You what?
Is it not the case that when Mr. Trump just spoke, a thought would just went through your mind? Would you care to share that thought with the court?
Me don't. I don't have none of them. It must have been him.
You what?
Mr. Waluigi Wario, answer the question, please. What went through your mind when Mr. Trump just spoke?
Nothing, honest God, nothing. I was just thinking, he was the way he was armed around like that much more. It'll open up the wound again. That's all.
What wound?
Where he took the bullet, of course. It was only 2 days ago. It ain't gonna be healed up yet. So I was I was worrying for him, and oh, hell's bells.
Mr. Trump, did you hear that?
What?
Your comrade is worried about you, it seems. On account of your injured arm.
My lord, my great lord, my God Almighty, my Savior. I'm not God, I'm Santa Claus.
May pay the company. I mean,
Yes, Mr. Trump? I have no idea what these two wretches are talking about. I'd like to have them removed from my premises. Certainly I shouldn't be expected to answer anything in relation to their mindless insinuations.
We know that someone other than the victim was hit by a bullet at the scene of the crime 2 nights ago. And from the height of the bullet hole in the wall, the person was likely hit in the upper arm or thereabouts. Perhaps you'd allow a court official to examine your arm, sir? The left arm if you're currently clasping with your right hand as if in pain.
No, I refuse. I'm signing an executive order to review anything you want. Anything you want specifically. Like, you could go to a restaurant and ask for, like, you know, something, whatever you want from the restaurant, and the way they could say, no. That's what I'm signing right here. I'm calling it the No Act. You have shown no evidence whatsoever that links me to these common thieves. Accordingly, I'm not obliged to permit any such invasion of my privacy.
It really just is Trump. Jesus Christ.
As I've already said, I'm completely uninvolved in all of this. Again, it's fake news, it's lies. You're being fed. It's all the media just turning against me. It's all against my campaigns and such. I've never had anything to do with the pawnbrokery where this fellow was killed whatsoever. Never. I take offense at the insinuation that I was in any way involved. You claim to have had nothing whatsoever to do with Mr. Winterbeck's pawnbrokery.
My lord, the defense would like that last statement to be added to Mr. Trump's formal testimony.
Very well, counsel. Continue with your testimony, Mr. Who the fuck did you just call me? The bottom line is, I've never had anything to do with the
Are you
pawnbroking establishment
stupid?
with the men.
Are you stupid? We literally have this.
Objection!
Stupid. Have you ever seen this disc before, Mr. Trump?
What? Why is it supposed to mean something?
This disc was, until the day of his murder, in pawn in Mr. Winterbeck's shop. It was redeemed by the defendant, Miss Gina Lestrade, that afternoon. However, somebody mysteriously appeared to try to take it from her. And that somebody was you, of course. Wasn't it, Mr. Trump?
As I have reiterated numerous times now, you're wrong. That wasn't me. It was not me. It might have been someone like me. I have a very iconic and recognizable figure. Could have been an impersonator. Wasn't me. I've never seen that disc before in my life.
You may have escaped your notice, but there's a small smear of blood on the disc.
Oh yes, resulting from the abrasion of the thumb, perhaps?
That's right. The surface of the disc is covered in hundreds of tiny metal buttons. In the skirmish to acquire the disc, the thumb of the person who tried to take it suffered minor lacerations. So, while the disc bears the remnants of that skirmish in the form of the smear of blood, the thumb of the person in question must bear the remnants also, in the form of a scratch.
Good gracious, indeed it must. I'm becoming
Mr.
a good
Trump.
guy.
You refused to allow a court officer to examine your arm before. Are you now going to refuse to allow us to examine your thumb? Because I have no doubt that there's a small scratch consistent with the smear of blood on this disc.
Well. It would seem I underestimated you. What is the meaning of this?
So you admit it now? You admit you have a scratch on your thumb from when you attempted to take the disc from the defendant.
Well, Mr. Graydon? Why am I doing both voices at once? It would appear there has been something of a misunderstanding here. I did not attempt to take the disc as you put it. No, quite the reverse.
What are you trying to say?
This is my not guilty dance. It's really quite simple. You see, the disc was mine from the outset. It belonged to me. It's belonged to the Trump family for years. It's a family heirloom, just like this executive order to shut the fuck up.
Oh my god.
Is there some crime in taking an item that you own out of pawn?
What?
see, Mr. Trump.
If you guys can't tell, I'm having a little bit of fun.
Oh, really?
that in this piece of evidence, my learned friend has established a link between yourself and the incident. Accordingly, you will tell the court everything you know about this disc now.
As you want. Though I'm quite sure it has nothing whatsoever to do with the pawnbroker's murder.
I think we have time for one more testimony.
Yes.
Oh boy. There's a note on the disc saying for McGriddle, but that item belongs to me. Because, you know, as part of one of my campaigns, I went to go work at a McDonald's, and I served McGriddles there. Therefore, it belongs to me. The redemption ticket was stolen from me by the accused. That filthy gutterling, that impartial, I hate them. They are the worst, they're the scum of this country, and I'm going to get rid of them. On this day in question, I'm signing an executive order to get rid of them right now. I proceeded at once to the shop in order to explain my situation and redeem my article. In the end, of course, the disc was taken by the police. Who are great officers of the law, by the way. The best, the top of the line, the absolute best. We're not going to defund them or anything. No, they are going to stay exactly as they are. All police officers are going to remain in their positions. In fact, I'm signing an executive order right now saying that all cops, no matter whether or not, like, what their moral compasses are good.
This guy's suffering so much.
Oh no! Did I hear that correctly, sir? McGriddle, you said, the famous London philanthropist. And also I heard a lot of other questionable things, but I'm going to question that first. Who perished in this very courtroom 2 months ago after being acquitted of a distinctly messy murder. Yes, my lord, the one and the same. Good lord, Mr. Graydon! Are you saying that Mr. McGilded and yourself were acquainted? Yes, that's correct. I knew them. They're my best friend. We've known them for ages. I take them out to lunch every Saturday. We have great relations with the McGriddle person. Order! Oh, well. I certainly didn't expect to hear that name uttered here in my courtroom again.
According to what Gina told us, this disc was placed in pawn on that fateful night 2 months ago. McGriddle himself gave instructions to deposit at Windibanks.
It's funny that Mr. Trump here is claiming that this belongs to him then. Isn't it? I ran out of breath
In all
there.
likelihood, he's lying. So he appeared that afternoon at Windibanks in order to get his hands on McGilded's disc for some reason.
He's lying. That's nothing new.
Counsel, you will commence your cross-examination, please.
I think we have time to do this, right?
Maybe.
Maybe.
Oh, no.
Stop skipping through my lines.
Would you care to explain how this belongs to you?
As you will observe, a communications officer such as myself commands a fine salary, a hearty sum. In fact, I'm currently building a tower as we speak in the heart of London. You'll never guess what the name is.
The Trump Tower?
You are a very good and smart gentleman. I'm sending an executive order to recognize you as Mr. Smarty Smarts going forward.
I would rather be.
Oh, you are certainly exquisitely dressed, sir. So you see, I have a little need to make use of the services provided by the pawnbrokery trade. However, I did once find myself in difficulties having misplaced my purse while on an errand. Which is why I pawned my fine black overcoat to the broker in question.
You claimed that was your overcoat?
Obviously, and in my haste, I clean forgot that the music box disc was in its pocket.
And yet, there is a note on the back that reads, "For McGilded."
Can you read? Have you been given an education that says McGriddle? Anyway, I am a collector of rare, unusual music box music. I first met Mr. McGriddle on a gentleman's club in the city. Best club in the city. I highly recommend it. You should go. It has the best of times and the best of things there. Though I will say, the person who runs it, absolute crook, absolute criminal. They're an awful person. I hate the place forever. And it was interesting to discover that he shared my penchant in the area.
I think I had a stroke while listening to that.
Same.
So the disc in question.
It's a pre-production sample. It's from my latest music album. I'm uploading the clown sound. It's my freestyle rapping career I'm starting. You should really listen to it.
Oh hey, you two.
Yo, you got an account too? We should collab.
That's right. I actually mentioned this like 1 or 2 cases ago. I
should
forgot
definitely
how
collab.
many.
It'll be the best collab this country's ever seen. The best, only the best.
The best?
What was that you said? That's right. Anyway, but then you forgot that it was in the pocket of the overcoat you were forced upon.
Yes, exactly.
Gina! Yeah! Give me a break, actually.
Stopping between those two voices is so hard.
Yeah.
Oh my
I can
gosh.
tell.
Yep.
Probably just gets longer.
I don't have any.
After.
Yeah, after, definitely. Oh.
Gina didn't mention any of that in her testimony 2 months ago, did she?
No, because Miss McGilded had threatened her to keep her mouth shut.
That's
Which
silly.
means that if we dig too deeply here, it's going to expose Gina's perjury.
Oh dear. We have to kill Gina.
No, perjury isn't as bad as murder, so I think it will be fine.
Nope, just to be safe.
No, we're not. You'll go to jail and get the death penalty if you do that.
I've survived it once.
Wait.
Let's leave it alone for the time being.
Perjury's only now illegal in this
Redemption
series,
ticket
eh?
was stolen from me by the accused at filthy guttling on the danger.
Hold it!
So you're saying that Miss Lestrade lifted the ticket from your pocket or bag?
That's right. That's right. Despite being mindful of danger when walking the insalubrious areas of her kind frequent.
Objection!
Miss Lestrade did no such thing!
Well, of course you would take that stance, but the girl is a regular. The girl. Pardon me. All this spite that's been building up in my stomach has finally been released. Not the spite of myself, but from others. This did you know that if you've been hated for so long, you start to develop an acid within yourself?
You came to the pawnbrokery that day prepared with all the information you need to identify the victim. I mean defendant, Mr. Trump. You were looking for her. That's what brought you to Winterbanks.
Meanwhile, he's doing a little dance.
To get your hands on McGilded's disc.
Objection!
My learned friend is a father.
Veritable.
veritable font of nonsense.
Perhaps Comic Sans.
Nonsense? No, we don't talk about.
I concur with the prosecution. Oh. Counsel, you will refrain from conjecturing in this way. Is that clear?
Yes, my lord.
Then I will continue with my. Oh fuck! My headphones dropped. Give me a few minutes.
Few seconds.
Oh no.
No minutes.
Years.
Give me potentially a few years. Actually, this could take a long time.
You can clearly still hear us, so I'm just gonna move on with the. I'm just gonna press spacebar.
No. Okay, I got them. Ah!
I proceeded at once to the shop in order to explain my situation and redeem my order.
Hold it!
Have you ever been to Winterbanks before?
Only once for the purposes of pawning something, but like many, I enjoy browsing in its establishments.
So when you noticed that the pickpocket had taken your ticket, you chased after her. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's.
Bless you.
And I'm dying. Yes, that's right. I didn't notice at first, of course. Such is the art of the pick person. It's quite a fine art. It's a great art. It's the best of the arts. I think we should establish a college in its artistry. We'll do it right in the center of town, right on this courthouse.
No.
Or actually, right on the homeless people's sector.
Wesley. Trump, please go. Stop rambling.
But when I did,
Stop
I handed it to
rambling.
But when I did, I headed to the pawnbroker at once in order to reclaim my coat before the thief could. I merely tried recovering what was rightfully mine in the first place.
He can say what he likes, but because he knows we have no evidence to contradict him on this. And in the end, of course, the disc was taken by the police.
Hold it!
Yes, it was taken by Inspector Luigi here, wasn't it?
That's right. That's the very man. Apparently the police are collecting anything that has a connection to Mr. McGriddle as evidence, per se.
Is something wrong, Inspector?
Well, what do you mean?
The last remark Mr. Trump made in his testimony seemed to trouble you in some way.
No, it didn't. It's nothing. Leave it alone. Didn't happen. Not at all.
Let me ask you this, Inspector. Why is Scotland Yard gathering Mr. McGriddle's possessions?
I can't tell you something like that, sunshine.
What is it, Inspector? Investigative secrets?
Yes, exactly. You should know all about that, you know?
Magnus McGriddle, who died so unexpectedly after his trial 2 months ago. A man renowned throughout the capital for his great contributions to public life. Yet he had a dark side too.
Oh.
Where are you going with this fancy say?
I suppose the police are dealing with the aftermath of his nefarious activities, are they?
That's enough. Coppers like me have to to carry out that we're not allowed at liberty to talk about. That's all you need to know.
Duties conferred by Lord Strongheart, I presume. Lord Chief Justice Birds appears to have great faith in you, Inspector.
The bottom line is, if you want to get more out of me, you're gonna need Lord Strongheart's paw print first.
He's a
He's a
fox?
furry?
What's all this about? It's like there's something going on between Luigi and Lord Van Zeeks here.
Oh, oh, oh. Well, it would appear that the inspector has revealed all he is at liberty to reveal. Mr. Trump, let us return to your testimony.
Thank you. Thank you. You're the best. You're the best. Nothing but the best.
Hold it!
But perhaps you've seen something of value among the forfeited items?
No, not at all.
Oh.
Well, that was some wild thunder I just heard.
Excuse me. A valuer was brought in by the police to assess everything in the shop. Without exception, every article on the shelves was common or garden bric-a-brac.
In that case, it's clear that you broke into the shop later that day in order to recover Mr. McGilded's disc.
Have you not been listening, man? Even if I wanted to recover the disc, you may recall that it had been seized by the police that afternoon. It was no more in the shop that night than I. As I keep saying, I simply had no reason to break in, none at all.
So there was nothing of Mr. McGilded's left in the shop that night. Nothing this man might have been after. I wonder if that's really true.
You know, if you have some evidence.
Then let him have it! I'm dying to see that irritatingly assured expression of his crumble.
I hate politicians.
McGilded slipped the disc into his coat pocket and had it deposited in the banks. Then, when he realized he was going to be arrested on suspicion of the omnibus murder, he had threatened Gina and forced her to take the redemption ticket.
Why are you staring at me like that? There's no doubt about it that one is just lying to his pearly white teeth.
The police were obviously after anything left behind by Mr. McGilded as well. That's why Inspector Luigi ended up taking the disc into custody that day.
But Gregsy's been very... Who's that? It's Gregsy. Yeah, it's Gregsy. I love him. He's my best friend. We're very strange about all this.
There must be a reason for that, I'm sure. I just don't know what it is. For now, I need to focus on exposing the fact that Mr. Trump is lying in his testimony.
We have so many names.
Does he own the disc saying from McGill, but the item belongs to me? The redemption ticket was stolen from me by the accused, that filthy gutterling. What evidence do we have? Oh wait, the pawnbroker's! It was the pawnbroker's ticket.
Oh yeah.
One small box. That's probably not it.
Kitty.
Was it this one? One gentleman's overcoat. Pound.
Oh wait, the blood. Wait, never mind.
Oh yeah, no, wait.
Objection!
No, oh. Yeah, I'm sorry. I thought the blood would contribute.
I mean, it might. Have we
Wait,
did the thing for that yet?
To explain my situation and retain my article, but in this mistake. In other words, I had no reason to break into the shop later that night. Wait. Redemption ticket issued from the pawnbrokery owed by the victim, Mr. Winbeck, in the form of some handwritten notes. Redemption ticket issued from the pawnbrokery owned by the victim, Mr. Winbeck. The blood on it had. Maybe it's this statement I have to present something. What is this evidence, by the way? Why do we need this? One small box. If it's this, I'm gonna be so confused if it's...
No, I don't think it is, because it's a small box. That's probably the,
Yeah. Huh.
Ha.
I'm gonna save real quick.
Interesting. Yep, good idea.
I had absolutely no reason to break into the shop late that same night. Must have had a reason.
It has to be something with that.
Pawnbroker perishes and pickpurse plunder.
Wait a minute.
Did we ever?
Can you rotate that?
Huh?
Yeah, can you rotate?
This is a sensational story nowhere but the front page as well. He's so funny. Many remote classified secrets may have been leaked overseas from Ministry of Justice.
For a 10-year-old,
Read upside down.
I was certainly has her finger on the pulse of world news.
It's about secret communication between Great Britain and its allies.
Oh no!
Uh-oh.
Oh no! Oh no! That's like the start of world. That's nearly at the start of World War One.
Oh no!
Oh.
Oh no!
That's like right before things like this kind of big news happened right before Archduke was killed.
Oh boy.
Communications are being intercepted, but how would somebody be doing that?
Germany! Germany!
This is a question, isn't it? They come up with 3 different possible methods so far.
We should have examined this a while ago.
Yeah.
Are you looking for a new career, Runo?
No, of course not! I wonder. Perhaps this is what Lord Strongheart was talking about yesterday.
Yes, it could be. It could explain why he had Gregsy running from pillar to post at the moment.
Oh! Wait. No. Is he leaking government secrets? Is Trump leaking government secrets?
I'm only leaking the ones that don't pertain to me.
Is that what we have to present? I'm gonna save real quick, just in
You already have, but yeah. Good idea, I suppose.
because the details updated.
Fair enough.
Like, this ties into World War One. Why does this tie into World War One?
Because of the time.
Yeah?
Oh wait, we haven't read this in a while. Victim found deceased at the last scheduled on defendant met Venus Gina. Conviction was assured was nothing in there. Should I try
I
it?
swear, if it's the newspaper,
Objection.
go for it.
Okay, it's not. Can I quickly load? I'm just gonna quickly load and do a little cheat. In other words, I had absolutely. So it's not the newspaper.
Confusion. Wait a minute. The box is white.
Wait!
He probably thought that there was more in the box or something.
It was actually it was actually that. I didn't actually think it was that. I was just throwing it out there because we haven't found out what that box is and why we have that thing. This disc was deposited at Winterbanks on Magnus McGilden's instructions. You do that, and you went there with the intention of obtaining it for yourself.
Objection!
Oh yeah, wasn't that the paper with all the information about, like, picking it up and all that?
No, this paper was about a small box. One small box. On the 13th of February, 9 p.m.
Yeah, that was all the information on
That was on the
one of
same day.
things to be
That was
able
on
to
the
pick it
same
up.
day. Oh.
Anyway. Conjecture again. And in any case, the disc was taken into custody by the police that afternoon. The witness had no reason to visit the pawnbrokery again that night.
Apparently, he did. I actually didn't know. Sorry, my learned friend, but that's not true.
What?
Mr. McGillen had another article in Pawn at Windibanks. As this second pawnbroker's ticket proves. There were 2 articles belonging to Mr. McGillen Windibank's pawnbrokery. And the reason you broke into the shop that night was to recover the second one. Together with your 2 accomplices, the Wario brothers.
The second ticket, is it?
What had the man deposited?
The article description reads, 1 small box.
A rather vague description, it seems to me. Are you suggesting that I broke into the pawnbrokery with these clowns, these buffoons, these rambunctious rascals to steal some trinket box?
I believe there are adequate grounds to suspect that you did.
This is absurd. Why on earth would I do such a thing? Once the article had been forfeited, I could simply walk into the shop and purchase it. There would be absolutely no need for me to resort to theft.
That's a good point. Why did you?
Indeed. The witness makes a solid argument.
So that means for some reason, this Trump fellow needed the small box that very night, does he?
Objection!
It's time to put an end to this nonsense, my lord. Cough.
Could you be a little less cryptic, Lord Van Zeeks? My god, that thunder is so loud.
We didn't hear anything, so you're good. I do hate to ruin my learned friend's argument, but the truth is quite
Incontrovertible.
Father. Incontrovertible. Yes, that. On the night in question, no small box was taken from Windibank's pawnbrokery. And rest assured, the prosecution can prove it.
What?
Good gracious. Oh,
Inspector, show the photographic prints out to the court if you please.
Yes, sir.
What prints?
These prints are taken from one of the detective security cameras.
These wet-candid Wakanda-landers again.
Let me guess, it's gonna be more stereoscopes.
I hope not. As previously explained, using this plan of the shop layout. The victim's establishment was furnished with automatic cameras in 2 locations. One was set to capture the counter where Mr. Windibank received his customers. And the other was set to capture the shelves on which articles were placed for sale once forfeited.
According to the information on this ticket, McGilded's small box had been forfeited already. 2 days before the incident at 9 PM on the 13th of April, to be precise. Which means it would have been on the shelves of forfeited items in the shop front. Now, what I have here is a print taken by one of the counters about 2 hours before the incident. That's at 11 PM on the 15th of April.
The victim certainly had a very full shop, it would appear.
And then here we have another print.
2 a.m.
This one's taken about 2 hours after the incident.
Do you see any differences?
Not immediately.
Yeah, not
I see. So we have 2 pictures to compare.
Okay, a small box.
I have a feeling it's gonna be the slight shift again.
Yeah, probably.
Oh wait.
Oh yeah, there it
yep.
is. Slight shift.
Though I must say that placing them side by side leaves me quite cold. Oh, dear me, that's starting to make my head ache. Oh,
Obviously, at Scotland Yard, we consider theft as one of the most possible motives of the case. We explored the possibility that something had been taken in addition to the victim's life.
so your men have already compared these two prints thoroughly, Inspector?
Yes, sir.
Not early enough. We already found the differences.
Like, we counted every single item in each of the two photographic prints. And the yard's conclusion is that exactly the same number are present in both.
In other words, nothing was taken from the pawnbrokery on the night in question.
Can we receive those so we can put them in the stereoscope?
And my learned friend's assertion is nothing more than a hopeful fantasy.
Oh!
And I
don't
guess it's
believe
time for
it.
summation examination number 3.
If I could have just shown that he'd stolen McGilden's pawn box,
This is my victory
I
dance.
might have been able to break him down at last.
You know what, Bruno? I've been thinking. Now, this is a completely unrelated thought, but I wonder if these two photographic prints are exactly the
We
same.
already found the difference. What?
Oh, counsel, in the light of the evidence put forward by the prosecution, what is your position? It seems that, in fact, on the night in question, nothing was stolen from the victim's establishment. Do you accept the prosecution's assertion?
Yeah. Nothing was taken. I don't know. Could there be some hidden discrepancy in these two photographic prints somewhere?
Point out discrepancy.
I wasn't sure at first, but there's a clear discrepancy between these two prints.
What?
You must identify the location in question for the court, counsel. This case is going on for a very long time. Indicate the precise location of the discrepancy of which you speak.
Can we do either of them?
Take that!
We'll figure it out.
Granted, these two prints are almost identical. However, there is one minor discrepancy between them.
What?
When you view the two pictures stereoscopically,
Yes!
a single area stands out as being different. The location of this small box.
Unbelievable.
What this tells us is very simple. Mr. McGillard's small box was indeed not stolen from Windibanks on the night in question. However, there can be no doubt that somebody picked up this particular box and then returned it to its place on the shelves.
Are you suggesting that the small box originally deposited by Mr. McGilden is in fact...
Yes! The very same small box I just have identified in the small photographic print.
Objection!
I don't know where small came from.
Mindless guesswork. What if it was? So a box was moved on the shelf. Nothing. Which means, quite simply, that nothing has changed.
That may be true, but... Alright, McGilden's box wasn't stolen then. But doesn't the fact that it was moved like that change things? It changes everything.
Changes everything.
Why?
Da, da. I believe this changes everything about the case.
How can that possibly be?
The crucial point is the fact that what was moved was a small box. In other words, we have to consider what might have been inside the box.
What are you suggesting?
I'm suggesting that we need to examine that box as soon as possible. A vital piece of evidence is sitting on the shelves at Winterbanks as we speak.
Objection!
That won't be necessary. Some little box belonging to a man who died 2 months ago. It can't possibly be relevant to this trial.
Ho ho ho! The court does not uphold your objection, Lord Van Zieks. Fuck you. Bailiff, arrange for an officer to go to Baker Street at once. Obtain the small box in question and bring it back here for further examination. Hello, this is the best shot in the series. We should have a report within half an hour. Until then, I don't know. Take a short break for a while until the evidence is brought forth, I guess. I don't know.
To be hoodwinked by such a farce. Disappointing.
Yeah, very much.
I beg your pardon, Lord Van Zieks.
This is nothing but a smoke screen. A Nifty's specialty, it would seem.
Shut up. What are you trying to say?
My learned friend has persisted with the same line of reasoning from the very beginning. That this witness's intent was to steal an article belonging to Mr. McGilded from the pawnbrokery. Yet common sense tells us that none of the articles have value enough to be worth stealing in the first place.
Exactly. It would be beyond absurd to break into a place for the purpose of stealing such commonplace property that belongs to me already. As I've signed this executive order detailing that every property piece on the planet belongs to me, and we're renaming it to said property piece, insert property piece here, of America.
You can't do that.
I think you mean of Britain, but okay. If your lordship recalls, Mr. McGilded perished 2 months ago. I wonder how. A trial in which he was found not guilty. A trial which is established he was the upstanding member of society his reputation implied, in fact. So I propose a toast to my learned friend and his most insightful defense.
The articles this upstanding member of society pawned were entirely ordinary. They were nothing special, and they're certainly nothing of suspicion. A black overcoat that just happened to have a music box disc in one of its pockets and a small box. I assure you, I wouldn't accept even if the man tried to make a gift of such things to me. I am higher than such pathetic little things. They are not.
That does make a lot of sense. It's not as if it was gold or jewels, is it? Though goodness knows Mr. McGill was rich enough. You can't deposit cash at a pawnbroker, I'm quite sure of that.
The prosecution's argument is undeniably compelling.
it is incumbent on the defense now to bolster its argument. To explain what possible significance these commonplace articles pawned by this fine citizen could have.
Well, counsel, what is your argument? In fact, demonstrable? Are you able to show proof that the disc or the box are in any tangible way related to the case?
Well,
What's the matter, Uno? We know they're related, don't we? They're both vital pieces of evidence.
yes, of course, and you and I both know that. We know McGillard's true character, and we know the disc is significant, even if we don't know why. But if we explain all that to the court at this point, we'll have to acknowledge that Mr. McGillard's acquittal 2 months ago was a mistake. Fuck McGillard! Let's tarnish his reputation! The defense's argument was flawed, based on false information.
Oh no!
And that would be admitting that Gina committed perjury.
As if 90 people in this fucking series haven't.
True.
Jimmy.
Could it be that Van Zeeks knows? Is that why he's doing this now? Because he anticipated everything?
But maybe this could be a great opportunity for us.
Sorry, what do you mean, Iris?
Simple! We leave the courtroom, change our names, start new lives, move to a more tropical location, and pretend none of this ever happened.
But Gina would be acquitted to guilty. She would be guilty.
Well, she was gonna be anyway if we admitted the truth.
Well, at least it wouldn't be for murder. Which she would get
Guilty
the
is
death
guilty,
penalty
you
for.
know.
No, the rulings are different.
I don't know how your pride can handle such a thing. My pride is like, if I had something like that happen to me, no, I could never. Sooner or later, the truth comes out. Every time.
Alright, the exact significance of the things that McGilder deposited with Mr. Winterbank is something that only Gina can explain to the court. But if I put her on the stand to testify about that, it could critically damage our chances of winning this case. What's the right thing to do here? Have Gina testify. What do you guys think?
Mm-hmm.
What do you think, Weston?
Bleh.
I'm assuming that's yes. My lord, the defense would like to make a proposal.
I do.
While the court awaits the arrival of Mr. McGillard's small box, I would like to call the defendant, Miss Gina Lestrade, to the witness stand.
The defendant? To what end?
It's to do with the various articles deposited at Winterbanks by Mr. McGillard, my lord. If Miss Lestrade has information relating to them, I believe it would be beneficial for the court to hear what she has to say. You will prove the significance of the articles in question once and for all.
Well, things are becoming interesting. I presume you've considered the implications of the testimony you're proposing. In particular, the impact it will have on the accused's standing, and indeed your own.
I have.
Lord Van Zeeks, would you care to explain that last remark?
The prosecution accepts the defense's proposal.
Yay!
We're getting married.
Here comes
What
the
about
bride.
me?
Wait, what?
I thought I was.
Who are you?
He comes back from one scene, like revealing he's not dead. He faked his death. Bursts open the courtroom doors just to say, "I object."
Cosmo?
Who
Why are
are
you
you?
back?
I'm back.
But why?
Ah!
I wasn't even actually
And
good
he's
at
gone
American
again.
Pie. Oh well.
I move to interrupt the cross-examination of the current witness and hear from the accused herself.
Very well, if you have no objection. So, the court will now hear the testimony of the defendant, Miss Gina Laquita. You witnesses currently in the stand may step down until further notice. I will never step down from my position. My position is the highest of all of them, and as such, stepping down from it is a very bad idea. I've actually signed an executive order to keep me on the witness stand forever.
Wait. You, sir, shall remain in the stand while Miss Gina Lestrade testifies.
Yep.
See? As the people wish.
Alright then, Gina. It's time. I know
I
this will be
bet
hard, but
worked
please, put
perfectly.
your faith in me here.
Good
I
luck,
didn't vote for
Nino.
this. I think we stopped there.
We're almost at the actual testimony part. So do we stop right here or until we get to the actual testimony?
It's been
It's
3
almost
hours.
been 3 hours.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, fair. We'll get to Gina's testimony later.
Oh my gosh.
I'm so sorry.
Your voice
you
is
left
screwed.
you left me
2 hours and
possessed by
41
the president
minutes.
You have left me possessed by the current president of the United States for too long. I need an exorcist.
So,
No
bye,
exorcist
guys.
will escape the damning of me.
Bye, guys. I hope you had fun with this longest video so far.
Yeah.
Bye.
Like,
boy.
comment, subscribe, and all that stuff.
If
It
you
helps
want, if
us
you want.
greatly.
If you want. Only if you want.
No, not if you want. We're actually making you by force.
We're now forcing a new law to, I'm sending an executive order that says you must like and to Isaiah the Best's channel, and if you don't, we're going to do unspeakable, horrible things. We're gonna have another American war crime. This is as the real, very real president of the United States. I can confirm this is true, and absolutely in no circumstances a joke at all.
Anyways,
The worst part is I was gonna go down that path too.
oh jeez.
Oh god, what if we unleashed?
This is probably gonna be like 30 episodes. Like the total of this. Like the total of
Because
the first game is
Trump-
gonna be 30 episodes.
I could see it.
Trump caused it.
Anyways,
Anywho, we extended
thank you
that
for
closing
watching.
a bit too much. Oh well.
Thank you for watching and bye.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye.